Before the adorable flower crown filter of Snapchat, or the ridiculously popular Kiki challenge, the cool kids of the 90s have nothing but a slew of simple yet fun objects that keep them busy for hours. From the ultimate virtual pet, Tamagotchi, to the legendary G.I. Joe action figures, these nostalgic items are sure to up your cool quotient, at least at that time. But did you know that these vintage objects have majorly appreciated in value over the past decade or two? You may not know it, but you could be keeping a fortune in those Yu-Gi-Oh cards or Pokemon game. Here are 6 items from the 90s that are worth a fortune today. 1. Polly Pocket. These tiny dolls and their compact playhouses may be small in size, but they come in big price tags today. After Mattel took over the brand in 1998, our beloved Pollys have gotten larger, slightly steering away from its pocket-sized concept. Apparently, this is the reason why the original, tiny Polly Pockets have increased in value over time. A mint-condition Polly Pocket jewel case, for instance, can easily fetch at least $600 to $1,000. Some sellers even offer a boxed Polly Pocket Dream Home for at least $500. 2. Furby. This furry robotic toy may be too creepy for some, but it can actually cost some serious cash today. Initially released in 1998, Furby was considered one of the most famous toys of the 90s. In fact, its popularity has led to numerous redesigns and re-releases over the years. Today, vintage Furbies can effortlessly rake in hundreds of dollars, depending on its condition. A fully functioning, original 1998 Furby was recently sold at a whopping $700 on eBay. Even a used Kid Cuisine Furby managed to sell for $130. Not bad for a creepy-looking toy, huh? 3. Pokemon cards. While it's true that Pokemon is still quite popular today, it was relatively bigger in the 90s. Believe it or not, rare Pokemon cards back in the day could cost hundreds or even thousands of dollars a piece. Just how much, you ask? Well, a mint-condition Charizard holo card from the first edition of the franchise has an estimated value of a whopping $5,000. If you have a complete card set from 1999, you can easily earn at least $4,000 up to a staggering $9,000. So in case you still have that Charizard, Mewtwo, Moltres, or Alakazam cards laying around somewhere, now might be a good time to cash them in. 4. Pokemon for Nintendo Game Boy. The Pokemon craze also dominated the video game industry in the 90s. Thanks to Nintendo, our childhood days were spent trying to catch 'em all. Today, this very retro and pixelated game can bring in some really good money, depending on its condition. For instance, a sealed version of the famous Pokemon Red currently has a price tag of $400 to $700. The same goes for a mint-condition Pokemon Blue. That's pretty much a good deal. That is, of course, if you haven't actually opened the game after all these years. 5. G.I. Joe action figures. Kids of the 90s will definitely understand how famous G.I. Joe action figures were back in the day. And because of that unwavering popularity, these toys easily became a collector's item today. In fact, G.I. Joe action figures are now considered a rare find, making it quite pricey even if it's already been used. Recently, an opened and almost dilapidated playset was successfully sold for $600. Imagine how much it could cost if the G.I. Joe is sealed and in excellent condition. 6. Harry Potter books. Before its blockbuster movie adaptations, the original Harry Potter novels brought us first to the wizarding world of Hogwarts. Its enchanting storyline has kept everyone hooked, making it one of the most successful franchises in history. But did you know that these books are now worth a fortune? If you happen to own the first 1998 edition of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, with Joanne Rowling listed as the author, then you've just hit the jackpot. Since only 500 copies of the book were printed, it inevitably becomes extremely valuable today. So valuable that it could be worth up to $47,600. Now that's a lot of money for a single book. Do you know about any other valuable 90s vintage items? Tell us about it in the comments, and leave a like if you enjoyed the video.